about this game, the way that he sort of plays this game, and the way that he sort of like theory crafts about it, this is somebody who loves this game.
Yeah.
This is somebody who really has passion for like with what he does, and you can see that in his gameplay. You can see that following him on Twitter is a treat because you just get to see him talk about the game.
Yeah, you just know he's going to talk about it. Meanwhile, facing off against Tremendo Dude, a known Shulk from, I believe, the Smash 4 days. So kind of a funny little matchup that we're going to hear, two kind of known players. Shulk being one of those wacky characters in the game that has 5 different forms, 6 if you count the vanilla Shulk, that allows him to be able to just like do whatever he wants to do, right? Like the speed art, for instance, speeds him up, allows him to play neutral a little bit easier because he has a lot more movement speed to be able to run around the character screen. Maybe not as fast as Sonic, but still has a lot of things to go for. Other arts at his disposal, shield, buster, everything that just increase damage or decrease damage, whatever you want to do. He's going to be constantly swapping between these forms as fast as possible, and he can do it in the middle of hit stun.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, ApolloKage just kind of denying any of that whatsoever, just looking for this next opening kill. They're both opting to play a slightly slower pace neutral. Shulk is a character that has the ability to play fast when he wants. He can approach, he can jump in, and we're not necessarily seeing that at this moment. But Smash Heart, so scary right now. We're seeing Tremendo Dude look through that up tilt, look through that finisher.
Right there, we saw ApolloKage slowing down the momentum completely the second he saw that smash art, right? Because you don't want to be getting caught by the smash art and dying at an absurdly low percent. Especially as Snake, who's at 82 damage, right? You want to be able to try to survive as long as possible. You don't want to be dying below sub-triple digits, so you got to be very afraid of that smash art. You know, Tremendo Dude just swap between these arts seamlessly, right? Like, that's a little bit different from the Smash 4 era of Shulk, where you had to, like, actually cycle through it. You can just angle your control stick, you get the art exactly that you want. And again, ApolloKage stalling out the smash art. That's what you got to do. And Snake's really good at stalling and being able to just, like, not engage while he waits for, like, a prime opportunity to get in there.
Yeah, you're not trying to contest that. You're not messing with it. You got to just preserve the status quo that is your, stock that has not been depleted quite yet, right? And right now, though, Tremendo Dude is just looking for a way to be able to close out the stock, looking for this edge guard who ApolloKage keeps on going high consistently. Shulk, incredible at edge guarding, not necessarily the best at catching landings like that.
Yeah, again, like Shulk's prime opportunity is when he has someone off stage, you can catch him with the forward air off stage.
Big button.
It's a big button. It's really good at catching air dodges or just like anytime he, like Shulk's always had like a really good advantage there, but that's what's actually happening. Snake's like recovering high.
And I have a thought. Tremendo Dude has consistently gone off stage to go for the forward air, despite the fact that ApolloKage has not recovered in that matter at all. But that's it. That's the adaptation.
You got to catch him off guard with the jump art. Like
especially in the startup of Cypher before they start throwing down the grenades. That's the opening.
Because like Snake can't do anything for like the first like couple frames on that Cypher frame, right? Because when you pop at that Cypher, you can't like escape it immediately. So trying to go for that high recovery, very smart of a Tremendo to be able to go for that. Unfortunately, you get called out by that up tilt dying yet again on their final stock now. ApolloKage in a very good spot. Fighting against Snake with this big of a lead is a kind of a difficult deal, a hard hand to be dealt.
Oh yeah, but ooh, just whiffing that spot touch though, just giving Tremendo Dude a tremendous punish in that moment. C4.
He had that forward smash.
Oh,
he had it, but the C4 interrupted it. It wouldn't have killed, but it would have definitely done a lot of damage for Tremendo.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Okay, right now just looking for this approach inwards. ApolloKage is just creating all of this dangerous space. Grenades, C4s. Tremendo Dude almost ran into that C4. Thankfully, a little bit too far back. Back here is going to connect here. And Tremendo Dude was not able to make it back from the depths of the blast zone. Up B, not enough distance.
He actually delayed the second swing of Air Slash too to try to even make that, but it just wasn't enough. Jump art just wore off beforehand, so he wasn't able to get that extra vertical distance from it. What's weird is in a matchup with Snake is Snake suffers against swordies a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like Shulk is kind of like the outlier in the terms of neutral because Shulk's buttons are so slow in comparison to almost all the other swordies
There's
in the
no
game.
character that's like Shulk. He is very specific.
Yeah. And one of his specific things is that he has slow buttons. Like his Nair is like, I don't know, frame 13 or something.
Frame a lot.
Frame double digits, and like it's his fastest option that he could do from the air, right? Besides that, it's like down tilt, jab, and he doesn't get too much off of either of those options besides just like,
walk up slowly and
down tilt. I mean, yeah, it's a safe option to go for. You manage to cast your shield with it, allows you to keep the pressure on. But Buster Art, look at all that damage. He didn't even finish that forward smash. He's already at 42.
Biggest thing that's kind of happening here is Shulk is a character that can typically suffocate a lot of matchups. He has so many winning matchups, but right now we're seeing Tremendo Dude actually struggle to do that, not able to play as fast as he might like to. Talk to me.
But what we just saw is we saw Tremendo dude just going for that up smash, catching ApolloKage, landing right on top of him. Now we see Tremendo dude adapting this matchup. FD seems to be working out extremely well for him because there's really no place for ApolloKage to really run away to, except for like on the edge of the stage. And the whole time, I feel like dudes had him on the edge of the stage. Shield art, nothing's really going to happen in this. This is kind of just like a stall, wait and see moment. We'll wait for that next art to come out. Shield speed, again, going to be able to speed you up, allows you to kind of run down Snake. Snake can't really escape from you at that point. And honestly, I think it's okay for Tremendo to just be like in that vanilla Shulk when he's in the middle of neutral until Smash Art comes up and he can easily sneak out a kill with a really fast dash attack.
Oh yeah, Tremendo dude, I gotta say, you know, they're playing this a little bit slower, they're playing a little bit more patiently, and they're just jumping in ApolloKage's face and just saying, okay, what are you gonna do here? That being said, though,
C4.
Beautiful C4. Yep.
I didn't even see that. I didn't know that was in the center of the stage. Good recovery, managed to tack on some extra damage to boot here from Tremendo dude. Going back into that speed art to speed yourself up. Meanwhile, ApolloKage just in the background, you know, just chucking grenades like crazy, waiting for Shulk to actually activate those grenades for him. Because what a very solid strategy in this matchup for Kage is that he can just toss his grenades, right? And if Tremendo dude thinks about like approaching, like he can just hold shield with the grenade and Shulk will hit that grenade.
Yeah. And now getting that F throw here, going for the
This is
forward.
what I'm talking about.
That's the top hit. And getting that C4 recovery as well, but eating a lot of damage as the consequence for it. Tremendo dude looking for that up B perhaps, and ended up getting interrupted by the grenade.
I don't even care that Kage took all that damage from it. That was an insane recovery because that looked like a checkmate moment to me because, again, when Shulk has you off stage like that, especially the likes of Snake, like the forward air, you're done for. So the fact that he actually stalled away from it, used the grenade to get back on stage, insanely smart recovery showing from ApolloKage while Tremendo tries to put this match in. Very scary situation. They both opted to go for the defensive strategy, both air dodging instead of someone trying to commit to any of the swings because, you know, they both have kind of like long-lasting swings in the air, so they kind of both just want to respect it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right now ApolloKage just, again, trying to create all this impenetrable space on the ground, setting up with the grenade, had the right idea, but a little too high percent to get the grenade into the up air. The back air is going to come out, though. Tremendo dude up 2 stocks to 1 on ApolloKage. Wow.
That's right, and we're seeing ApolloKage trying to rack up that damage as much as possible. This could be the time for Tremendo to try to like slow down the pace of the game, right? Swapping between shield and jump could be the strat here, waiting on that shield out to come back up. Now we're seeing Tremendo dude at 204%. Literally all Kage needs is a grab, and that's a guaranteed kill unless dude's at shield art up. So this is like a scary situation. Dude trying to slow down the pace of it, trying to tack on as much damage as possible before he loses this stock because he's surviving the dream. Might as well go for a buster, right? Doesn't matter if you get that extra damage because you're going to die from one swing anyways. 54 damage here for Snake. Just starts off with a backslash off of the platform. Shield Smasher? Are we trying to finish this right now?
It seems like it. Tremendo dude just wants to hold on to this lead, wants to be able to just push it as much as possible. He goes through the counter. Did not exactly work out the way that they had intended. ApolloKage.
He wanted to gimmick him. He wanted to gimmick it because like that shield, that counter goes through shields. You saw ApolloKage pulled up that shield. That's knowledge for Tremendo dude.
Oh yeah. That might be a little tool for later if, of course, you can actually get game 2 here. It is a completely even game here. The down throw and tries to go through the creative follow-up off the grenade using the up B. It didn't work out. You put yourself at the ledge, shielding, patient, and now neutral has been almost reset.
Yeah. Here we go. Dash attack, putting him back on the stage. Got some parries coming out. Dude just kind of buying his time until he gets the art that he wants. Jump art is a really good art in this matchup because it allows him to be able to chase after his opponent and jump around. But the downside is you take the most damage as Shulk in that art. And oh no! The up smash coming out! Still being able to survive here at 144 damage. Shield art. It's going to allow him to be able to survive for a little bit longer here while he tries to apply more pressure. Going to go for the Hail Mary with smash art. What's the plan here? ApolloKage playing a little bit dangerous, a little bit safe. Catches him with the slow up tilt and gets the kill against ApolloKage, bringing this to a game 3 situation.
Damn, that up tilt works out.
That was a good result.
That was an active button.
That was a good result.
The very back hit of it, just the very end of ApolloKage's landing.
It works in his favor that those moves are like take so long to come out that they can catch you because like they're big buttons. We talked about this. Shulk has insanely large buttons. They're just kind of slow, so you can catch edge guards or like air dodges really easily.
Yeah, and something I want to take note of. After that game, after losing that like super clutch moment there, ApolloKage in pools smile to himself, looking calm, looking composed, which is really, really important. This is somebody who has extensively worked on his mentality. He has been in this position many times before. He does not want to go out in pools. It's ApolloKage that we're talking about.
Well, he's got advantage right now because he's taking them to PS2, which is a fantastic stage for Snake. Having those platforms there to plant the C4
It's
on.
time to turtle. It's time to camp.
Yep, and that's exactly what's going to be able to happen here. See, what happened with that last game is Final Destination took away those platforms and actually was a huge benefit for Tremendo Dude to be able to chase him down. So now things have changed, right? We got a bigger stage here. We got platforms for ApolloKage to be able to either camp underneath the platforms or plant the C4s on top of them. This is definitely his stage to play on. You look right now, zero damage on both sides because ApolloKage is just going to play as patient as possible because that's what he needs to do to take this game.
Yeah, ApolloKage in PS2 is like a bit of a mini boss, right? He's standing on one side of the screen. You can't even get close to him because he's throwing out these projectiles. It's like you're playing a little game of Cuphead.
Oh my, I was thinking like Dark Souls, man. Like they get this giant soul eater, snake eater coming out here with all these grenades. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. I cannot believe that happened. He was in Buster Art, so he forward tilted, hit the grenade. 2 grenades hit him while he was in Buster Art, so he just took an unnecessarily amount of damage because of it.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of unnecessary damage, that grenade, that was so preemptive. ApolloKage kept that on the ground, and Tremendo Dude ended up running right into it while he was fishing for an up tilt, right? Keeps wanting to go for those smash up tilts. I like the idea.
He's trying to cheese him.
Tried to extend the hitbox on the grenade, maybe catch ApolloKage landing. Had Tremendo Dude been back like a few pixels to the left, that might have caught ApolloKage.
Yeah, but now he's in a bad spot. Offstage, catches him with the down air. That's just vanilla Shulk out here. Now we see Tremendo Dude with the lead. And you guys got to remember, this is the best 2 of 3. This is the final game of this pool. If ApolloKage goes down to losers this soon, that would be an insane upset.
Oh, yeah. This could be huge. And again, I might not be as familiar with Tremendo Dude.
He's a Shulk from the Smash 4 days.
Shulk from the Smash 4 days. Maybe not exactly the most prominent name in my mind, but right now doing a fantastic job. So much damage because of Buster Arts. Trying to get this ledge trap here. ApolloKage fights his way back onto the stage here. Gets another back here as well, catching that landing. Tremendo Dude is consistently double jumping back onto the stage here and got punished for it one too many times.
And you know what? He's going to be able to try to bring this back, right? Because we got the Nares ready to go. Dash. Oh my god! He's getting away with so many of those dash attacks. Pushes Kage off stage and just sneaks a kill against Snake at 79 damage. That is huge for him. Snake should not be dying that early ever.
Snake is the survivability incarnate. This is the one that is able to live in tank hits, the one that is able to land from any point at which he wants to, and Tremendo Dude is seeing all that and taking it away from ApolloKage. Looking through that falling forward, able to get that neutral. I'm not sure what that F smash was all about. Oh my god.
We have some art storage happening here. Be able to get that next art out a little bit faster. Here we go, Buster Art coming out, 57.
Such a good grab.
Regrab, he gets a lot of damage on it. He tried to end it right there. Backslash with smash art? Are you a nut? Chasing after him, forcing out this air dodge in the process. 91 damage. This is looking very good for Tremendo Dude. ApolloKage's got to change the tempo right now, immediately. He can't let Tremendo Dude just walk all over him. He needs to. He has to.
He's trying to get Tremendo Dude off of him, and that's going to be the C4. ApolloKage going to be crushing Tremendo Dude's hopes of making an upset here. ApolloKage going to be preserving a seed, going to be preserving